Thank you for checking out the video. This is my footage from the Mobtown Kayak Bass Fishing's Dead Lake Tournament. This took place on March 25th. I'm getting started in a little creek off of Dead Lake, about a mile and a half down it. You're going to want to stick around for this one because I start off with a SHIMANO World Pop Topwater, but that is not what I end up catching my better fish with. So you're really going to want to stick around for this one because I catch some pretty good ones. That first fish picture actually took place before that intro shot that you just watched. So on this next cast, notice to the left of this grass up here, a little sploosh. You have to always be watching for little clues on the water while you're fishing. Boom, just like that, the first bass of the tournament, and I would not have made that cast and caught that fish if I wasn't looking. Only those two small bass in that backwater creek. Now I'm going to head out to the main part of Dead Lake. The wind is coming from the southwest. It's pushing current, all through these trees on the edge. I'm going to try to take advantage of that with a crankbait if I can. I'm on the east bank, so I think most of that wind coming out of the southwest is going to be pushing the current on this side. So this section here, I'm trying to cast. Some of my casts are going to be on the outside of the trees, and I'm just kind of pulling over the trees. Some of my casts are going to be kind of on the inside of the trees, trying to deflect off. Some of my casts are going to be in the cypress knees, and I'm just trying to figure out if the fish are off the bank a little bit, on the bank a little bit, or they're like right up in the cover. So in the next couple minutes here, going to be a little bit educational for me. If you've never thrown that hybrid hunter, that sucker is loud. You can hear it whenever I catch fish, you can hear it whenever I'm throwing it, and when you reel it through the water, you can actually hear it like if you yank your rod tip. It's a pretty loud crankbait. Alright, that's a good hookup. Looks to be about 15 inches.
Oh my gosh.
What a heartbreaker. But we got a little bit of information from that fish. He's in there amongst the trees a little bit. Watch how this next fish eats this crankbait whenever it deflects off this branch. Boom! What a strike. So, and that's real time from that first fish that I just lost to this fish. So those two fish were stacked in there pretty tight. Good one. Alright, just a couple minutes after that first fish. I'm just working down this same bank here. Notice the current's coming through the trees. The wind is picking up a little bit more. Feeling a bit like a rookie now. I lost 2 of them on the crankbait, 2 decent ones. So originally when I started with this crankbait, the wind was pushing me north because it was coming out of the south. I've decided to turn around and kind of go into the wind because I feel like I have a little bit more control that way, and I'm able to cast a little bit tighter into those trees, and the wind's not just going to blow me past everything. I've noticed that in this little section that I've fished that I'm not getting bit right off the bank. It's whenever there's current coming around those trees and cypress knees, so that's what I'm focusing on. So these areas that I'm skipping and not really fishing, it's because I don't think there's good current flow there. Pay attention where that guy come from. That current is pushing right through those cypress knees, and he was ambushing stuff right around those knees. Alright, so at 19 inches, this was the big fish of the tournament. So once I get a good picture, I like to take the fish off the board and kind of put him back in the water, hold on to him, then I make sure the mouth's closed, make sure you can see the identifier good, then I let him go. Alright, trying to cast tight into these trees, as deep back in there as I can, and trying to deflect this crankbait off of anything that it hits. And this area has a lot of trees in the water with water back behind it. So just trying to work this area very well. Boom, another one right out from under that tree there. There was a limb line kind of down by where I hooked this guy at. Glad I didn't get into that limb line. It could have been bad. This guy's barely hooked. Managed to get him in. This is a chunky fish. Get a load at how tall that fish is. That's just a thick fish.
Maybe 2.5. I just caught one a minute ago.
Yeah, they're in here. Good luck to you. Oh my gosh. Probably about a 2-pounder. Another one. back-to-back cast. The bigger one got off though. Alright, and with this should be my 5th scoreable fish. Alright, so another solid fish. They definitely seem to be wanting this crankbait. So after I let this fish go, I'm going to go fish the other side of the lake. And then at some point my GoPro gets disconnected, so I'm going to miss the last 4 fish catches on camera, but I do have photos of them from when I submitted them on Fishing Chaos. Got 2 14¼ inch bass. Then I caught a 16-inch bass, which put me at 85 inches total for 5 fish. And then I caught one other little 14-incher before time was up. I caught that 16-incher when there was like 20 minutes left in the tournament.
So hopefully I got some decent footage of those fish. Ended up throwing up 85 inches even with all my fish. The biggest was 19, and I believe the smallest was like 15 maybe. I'll have to look at it when I get back to the ramp. But from what I could tell, when it ended at 2 o'clock, I was in the lead by 1/4 inch. So it was actually pretty tight for first place.
Pretty good day. Managed to get big fish, small fish, and first place with 85 inches. So very good day. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you checking out the video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already.